Welcome to the staff room, a place where Rob hangs his head in disappointment because he forgot to write the intros.
A room where there's a picture of Keith Chegwin shaking the hand of the manager in 1982.
A place for loose talk, lusty forks, and a carpet so sticky it steals your shoes. I'm your store manager, Rob.
And I'm not sure why I'm even here, because I was suspended this week for reconceptualising the Cadbury's finger. And this week I'll check out staff, the feckless layabouts of Josh.
Hello.
And Tom.
Hello.
I'm not even sure what that's alluding to.
Shoving your finger up someone's rector. Let's not beat around the bush here.
Yeah. Just doing something other than eating it. What would you do with a full pack of fingers? Oh,
it's because I could see the pack of discounted fingers up
there.
there.
Do you want to hear the funny story about that?
I think you should.
Fingers up there. So there's a full box of Cadbury's fingers.
It's not just a box.
No, it's a box.
It's a box that has boxes.
So it's
in
like
it.
48 packs of Cadbury's fingers. And what happened is I was in my taxi at about 3 o'clock in the morning, and I was driving up past Leighton Cemetery, and there's about 4 lads aged about 13, 14 stood at the side of the road. They flagged me down, so I've pulled over. Hey mate, are we all right to go to? I can't remember the name of the street. Are we all right to go such and such street? Yeah, no problem. And they went, can you just wait here a minute? I went, yeah, okay, no problem. And then they ran off to the cemetery, and then they came back with like 2 boxes of these Cadbury's fingers each. Obviously, the biscuit factory's over the other side of the cemetery, so they just robbed it. So they've all jumped in, and they were like, "Oh, can you hang about, mate? Why don't you just because you wanted to go back and get more?" I said, "Look, lads, no,
not being your getaway driver."
So I drove them to where they were going, and when they got there, I went, right, lads, it's either £5.40 or a box of Cadbury's fingers. And anyway, yeah, mate, we'll give you a box of Cadbury's fingers, mate, no problem. And then they were like, do you want to go back, get more? And I was like, no. I've got my fingers, I'm going home.
Do you do banks?
I mean, that's 2 years ago.
So,
obviously still got some packets up there.
Brings a new meaning to the word sticky fingers.
Hey.
Yeah. Sticky little bastards.
Melted fingers.
Do you know what? If you live in Blackpool and you've never robbed a biscuit factory, what are you even doing with your life?
I know.
Yeah.
Well, yep, that's Rob promoting thievery there.
When I was in high school, right, and obviously I went to St George's and Asda was over the road, everyone used to 5-finger discount it, right? What if you actually went down Asda for years, other than the electronics?
Went down Asda, mate.
No, yeah.
When you crossed the road using the Pelican Crossing.
Honestly, you go down and the sweets and confectionery aisle was like one of very few aisles that had a camera on for years because everyone was nicking stuff. So, and then the other one we used to do
Diabetes Alley
at lunchtimes. We used to, because obviously you walk in the front of the store and there's that meal deal bit at the front, but there's nowhere to pay for said meal deal. You then have to take it to a till. So what we used to do is we used to walk in.
There's the cigarette counter, actually.
Yeah, but this is when I was in high school. Do you know what I mean? That wasn't there then. It was just like the meal deal bit on the side of the cafe. Yeah. So anyway, there was the meal deal section.
Making it out like it was years ago when you went to high school.
It's 10
weeks
years ago now.
Just finished year 12,
I know it's just a glimpse in a whisper's eye for you, mate. But Joe, yeah. So we used to walk in the front of Asda, get the meal deal, walk into the cafe, eat the meal deal, and then bin it on the way out the cafe and just walk back out every day for ages, yeah.
That's an education.
I know, yeah.
That is a proper education.
I stole a telly once.
A telly?
What? Really? just like,
he did.
Oh, sorry, I thought we were telling about times that it was stolen.
He did,
things.
he's just regretting saying it on record.
I didn't know which was the correct counter to go to.
The one that looked like the boo.
I used to just walk in, watch the telly, and then walk out again.
Yeah, Good Morning Britain.
Yeah, you know, you used to go in Curry's and they'd had all the TVs are on.
Yeah.
I used to just watch telly there.
Yeah.
For free.
Without paying a TV
Yeah.
license.
Yeah. Fuck the man.
Imagine getting collared. Imagine getting collared by a TV
Excuse me,
license.
son, you've been on EastEnders for 3.5 hours now.
Do they even show programmes anymore? They just show like display features now. They used to show actual TV, didn't they?
They had
in the good old days.
There was a place in Cleveland's the other year. It's bloody hell. Where they sell houses.
So what?
Estate agents.
Hey,
What is your houses?
Thank you, mate. Jesus
How do you,
Christ.
there must be a big warehouse.
Yeah.
Now.
The house
But you know,
superstore.
estate agents, they tend to have big TVs, don't they, out front showing whatever. Somebody hacked it and was just showing porn on there. So it's like all over Facebook, like, whoever who owns this estate agents, you better get in there.
Yeah, it was a woman's name, Sue something or other, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know.
Sue something or other. That's the name of the estate agents. Yeah.
I know someone who works for Blackpool Council, and when one of the Blackpool Council in-house meetings was on, the leader of Blackpool Council, won't mention names, but he's just gone recently, plugged his laptop in front
Simon
of
Blackburn.
an auditorium full of thousands of council workers, and hardcore porn came on rather than the presentation.
I remember it coming. Yeah, I remember that.
What, you're wanking at the back, were you?
No, I put it on.
I was there sullying the pick and mix. It's £4 for a chocolate. I know after that, love.
Well, you know, you say it's like hardcore porn. Was it like weird stuff as well?
I'm not. That's the only details I know. Yeah. To be fair, I think that's on public record in the Gazette article.
Is it?
So, yeah.
I remember it coming out.
Gutted.
We went to a rave in Nottingham, and the entrance to the club was a fire exit down an alley. Fucking well dodgy.
The entrance to the club was a
The
fire
entrance to
exit
the
down
club
the alley.
was a
fire
fire
exit.
exit. You walked down an alley, and there was a fire exit with a bouncer stood by it, and that's how you knew it was a club. And then we went in, and there was two different
If
rooms.
you wanted to start your own club,
And
No.
both rooms just had hardcore porn playing on big
Scat.
screens.
Scat.
Yeah,
Oh.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, bad. Nuts.
Beep,
Nuts.
ba, 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 bo.
Yeah.
Ba, 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 bo.
Yeah. Oh, MC Skibbidy's on. Big shouts to MC Skibbity.
Yeah.
He's a bit of a legend, him, to be fair.
Loves his scat porn.
Yeah.
Oh, that was nuts.
Okay,
Well, any headlines this week, Josh?
yes, there is, mate. Hello, I'm Joshua Bannister and welcome to the Middle Isle Supermarket News Sweep. Police arrest 19-year-old male for abusing horse. Terrorist tears. Capitol Hill rioter tells judge that she deserves probation because she's watched Schindler's List. Norwegian handball team hit with fine for not wearing bikinis. And fucking way, Australia to deport Katie Hopkins after boastful quarantine breach.
Hey.
And in the stores this week, in Lidl, arseholes and ear rolls breaded ham for $1.45, and in Aldi, nappy disposal starter set for $7.99.
Arseholes and ear.
Well, it's not. It's not prime
arseholes and
cuts,
eyelids.
is it? Yeah, maybe arseholes and eyelids. Yeah,
Right,
just all off cuts.
What was that first one?
So in Norfolk, Boston, so in America, a 19-year-old lad called Jackson Kelly has been found on CCTV rear-ending a horse. On it.
Not in a car.
No, he
Again.
just said he was stood on a stool.
Stood.
They found him stood on a
Stood
stool.
on. A cow pat.
About 4:30 in the morning, doing the business and
Doing the business.
Doing the business. Yeah, we
Yeah,
all
we're
know
not
what
gonna,
that means.
we're not going to trivialise this.
It's doing the business, not creating a stool.
It wasn't like, I just happened to be standing on this stool. I just fell in.
Yeah, I fell onto it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Wow.
it's all captured on CCTV.
I watched the whole programme on.
On
Horse
shagging
fucking.
horses.
No, well, just one of the stories was the guy eventually set up CCTV at his farm, and the lad was coming in off his face with his own stool and just bumming the horse all the time. That was the programme or part of it.
That's I had a story about someone shaving the arse of a donkey.
What?
And then they
Really?
found a donkey with a shaved arse.
Well, there is a.
And what it turned out was just like, he
There are some-
preferred
there are some
shaven,
people, I think,
shaven
in-
haven.
Yeah.
Shaven donkey
in
haven.
Mexico, I think there are some people who actually do have like donkey wives.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and they do actually treat them like they
Welcome
are the
to-
wives.
Welcome to Blackpool.
Mexico, Blackpool.
Twinned with Mexico City.
Fair sex trade.
The Mexican donkey lashers.
So,
Watch out.
did he get sent down for it then? or
He's
what?
not been tried yet. He's just been arrested. It's a fairly new story. But we can come out
He's
with
just
an
been
update.
hoofed out of the community.
Yeah, so carrying on though, but yeah. Anna
Trotting on.
Anna Morgan Lloyd, so a woman from Indiana who was obviously involved in the terrorist attack on Capitol Hill, has said that when they've gone to court to argue their cases, she's just gone, yeah, I've reflected on my actions. I've watched Just Mercy and Schindler's List, and I now am empathetic for what life is like for people in other countries.
I think I should be free.
I think I should go free. Do you know what I mean?
Brilliant.
Oh my
Brilliant. I'd get her diplomatic status, and do you know what I mean? She should be. She should go around the world.
That's
like,
it, solving
like
world peace with a VHS of Schindler's List.
It's like a modern day Greta Thunberg.
Yeah, and another one. I mean, the Norwegian handball team was hit with a fine. I think it was €1,500 purely because they've said that they want to wear shorts, and without being like weirder out, the artists are still like they're not like.
Do you want to wear shorts or do you want to win?
Not like basketball shorts. They're like a short you'd imagine a woman to wear, but they said, "Oh no, you're not wearing the bikini bottoms. We're either going to stop you playing or fine you."
It is a bit weird.
It's sexist as anything. It's just absolutely, utterly
is
perverse.
Sepp Blatter still at FIFA? Is it FIFA that he was the?
He was FIFA,
captain?
yeah.
Is he in charge of?
He's probably
Is he in charge of women's volleyball now?
Yeah.
Is that what's cracking?
Yeah, probably just taking backhanders off a load of pervy old white men going, you sort Eurosport out for me on a Thursday. The missus is at Backgammon Club.
Oh, do you know what? It's utterly ridiculous. That,
Yeah, I think anything in sports where you have to wear a certain thing to do sport.
I think jeans should be mandatory in football.
In swimming.
And a duffel coat.
Yeah, but I mean, they made you wear your pajamas, didn't they, to dive in and get that brick out the bottom of the pool?
I think that besides jockeys, all short people should have to wear a number.
Wow. You sound like Peter the Great from this Russian dwarf fantasy. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, so...
hang on, let's not move on from that. How long have you been thinking this for, Tom?
Forever and a day. Since the third furlong.
Isn't it actually, horse racing is discrimination against tall people, really, isn't it? You know, I think they should have more tall people in horse racing.
If
you're thin and you don't weigh a lot, you could probably be a jockey if you're tall. I think it's all about weight, isn't it?
There's been
or if you wear a bikini.
There's a woman's made like headlines recently in the jockey
more
world.
than just a horse riding up your arse.
A woman's made a bit of a thing recently. She's been winning like. Did she not win the Grand National? She's been winning some quite prestigious awards in horse racing, and she's a woman, and it's like the first time it's happened. But it fits your narrative that it's weight, not height.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So yeah.
Well,
I went go-karting the other day. Got whooped by a couple of kids who've never driven a fucking car in their life.
Yeah.
Because I'm 17 stone and I'll just go slower than everyone else.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, in Australia, they've deported Katie Hopkins because she's gone over there. She said that she's not going to follow the quarantine rules. She doesn't believe in them.
Why would
and
she?
And they've just gone. All right. See you later. You're getting deported.
Bye.
You know what I mean? Yeah. You know, imagine going somewhere, openly breaking the laws, customs, and rules.
She's clearly never bothered to watch Border Force, has she?
No.
To see how
She's probably never bothered to not be a self-entitled.
But this is what I'm saying. Her whole campaign is criticising that people that go to other countries, break cultural norms, don't subscribe to other countries' laws and rules, and then she's gone and done it herself. That's the definition of hypocrisy.
Shall we get a round of applause for Katie Hopkins? Yeah. Slow clap. Well done, Katie, you absolute bellend.
Go sit in the naughty corner with Nigel Farage, you fucking waster. Anyway, yeah.
Big shout to mate who did the cunt award as well.
Oh,
that was
have you seen that?
No, she's won a cunt award.
They invited her to a fake award ceremony, right?
I did see that.
But the thing is, when people relax in environments that they think are suited to them, right? They basically staged it that it was this upper class event. She was being given an award. Everyone at the award ceremony was white. and her acceptance speech is one of the most racist. It's like being a compare at a BNP or National Front rally. Honestly, it's the most. I'm not even going to repeat what she said, but it's just like, yeah, we know what you're about. And then it made it all come out.
Absolute chance of shitbag.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
I thought that had ended her, but she's still. Do you know what? A PR guy will have gone, yeah, do you know what you can do? Go to Australia and just don't get let in by just being an absolute tit.
No such thing as bad publicity, though, is there?
That'll get you back in the
Well,
news.
you know, there's
and here she is now getting air on the podcast.
Exactly. Do you know what I mean? Exactly.
The restrictions that they have over there are so severe that even people who are Australian citizens are not being allowed back into their own country.
Yeah, they've just put it.
Because they got a bit of soil on the shoe.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've just put it back.
They're right on top. New Zealand as well, isn't it? Right on top of all that with because they're kind of isolated from the rest of the world. And they've got some really unique life, like kangaroos and stuff.
A lot of sheep in New Zealand.
A lot of bunkers for
There's
billionaires
more sheep
as well.
than people.
Do you mean people who follow conspiracy theories or
woolly animals that you get wool from?
They came from us as
do
well.
Do you think
didn't they?
razors are a big seller over there? Shearers.
Ed Sheeran.
Alan versus Ed.
I don't know. Just somebody told me to come over here. You need to knock. They said I need to knock the turf off me boots.
I'd love to see Alan Shearer just sort of.
Alan Shearer shearing.
Yeah, just using his mouth.
Headbutting his way through New Zealand. Alan Shearer headbutts his way through New Zealand. Now on Channel 5.
Like your Geordie Zinedine Zidane.
What, you fucking looking at, you stupid ram?
Yeah.
Great.
So
Came from over here, didn't they? All the sheep in New Zealand.
Coming over here.
No, we invented the sheep.
We invented
the sheep.
And New Zealand stole it. that
Can we
originated in
fact check
Wales.
this?
It originated in Wales.
No.
That might be a lie.
I think it definitely is I think it's like 99% lie.
No, but I want it to be true.
Yeah.
Well, as long as you wish enough, you never know. It might become true.
I think we should create a picture board for Tom's imagination. And just see what...
Cider, New Zealand sheep, Welsh pride.
Hello, I'm Tom Jones.
Hey, man goes to the doctors. He says, when I wake up, I hear green grass is home. He goes to bed. He says, I hear sex bomb. He goes, you got Tom Jones syndrome. He goes, is it deadly? He goes, might be, but it's not unusual. Yeah, shit joke hour.
Yeah, terrible.
Should we do some more Ask Tom?
Hey.
Or was it Don't Ask Me? Or Don't Say
Stop doing that.
Stop doing that.
Just fucking stop it.
Just fucking stop it.
Please.
Please.
If you like, yeah.
This one's titled...
Hit me!
This one's titled Moaning Man.
Nope.
I have always woken up before my wife, and a few months ago I got up and made her a cup of tea. Now she expects this as a matter of course, taking it for granted that I will take her a cup in bed.
Well, what did you do that for?
And that's it. There isn't like should I tell her not to do it, or I mean it's just a guy stating that's what he does for his missus.
It just feels like he's made it part of his own routine, and he's not. He's signed himself.
What would you do, Tom, if you were him?
If I got up and made a brew, she was still asleep.
Yeah.
I would make two.
No, but if she
there's only one of us.
No, but if you did it once and then she just expected it from that day on, how would you approach that? Because obviously this guy seems a bit pissed off.
I wouldn't
about
approach it at all.
Would you just do it forever?
I wouldn't. It wouldn't be a thing in my house.
Tom will wake up, swig the vodka, go back to sleep.
That sounds more realistic.
I've got one for you, Tom. My fiancée is pregnant and I've been sleeping with her sister.
Well, that's where you've gone wrong.
She's also pregnant. I'm not ready for kids. Should I ditch them both?
Oh my God. You're a bad man.
CSA, did you get that?
Yeah, so was that you, Tom?
Yeah. I wrote to myself,
Yeah. So what are you going to do?
ditch them both. Yeah. Absolutely.
Heed your own advice.
Go with your gut. I'm free.
I've got the one here.
Change your name and fuck off to a different country.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd work.
My boyfriend and I have a good relationship, but there are times when he dons a Darth Vader mask and refuses to answer anything other than Darth Kick-Ass. What should I do?
Well, you haven't got a good relationship, have you? You're clearly with a complete knobhead. So have a look in the mirror. Perhaps you're the knobhead. If you're with someone that puts on a Darth Vader mask.
If you looked in the mirror and just Yoda was looking back at you.
See if his Blu-ray Force Awakens DVDs open easily.
Jesus Christ.
Dear Tom, what's the best way to tell your mum you've become a stripper? Especially after you
show her
right on your tits.
Her 60th birthday.
No. Especially after going to college and realising you make more money this way.
Buy a pole.
Just encourage it.
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's going in the kitchen, like it or not.
Fantastic.
Wow.
Yeah.
Specialist subject, that, wasn't it, Tom?
Yeah.
Telling mum you're a stripper.
Yeah.
Hi, Johnny.
Again. It's only seasonal.
Dear Tom, my mum's dog attacked our postman. I tried to help him. One thing led to another, and now I think I'm pregnant.
What breed are they going to be?
Crossbreed. It's gonna be a human dog chimera.
Left it in the porch.
Left it in the pooch.
Sorry we missed you. I fucked off to Argentina and changed my name to Sergio Aguero.
Sorry I've missed you, but your dog's pregnant.
Good luck with the puppies. I'll be paying my PSA on the reg.
Someone spelt litter wrong. Letter wrong. Litter wrong.
Terrible list. We need to stop doing this.
Hey.
Dear Tom, I'm fed up with this fucking section now.
Yeah. Dear Tom, I've been doing a podcast, but it's run out of steam. What should I do?
Oh, sit at home and cry. Speaking of crying, have we heard from our mate Sid this week?
Smooth.
Hello, my name's Sid Onion. Now, regardless of what you may believe, being an onion is not all hanging out with 5 of your mates in a string bag in an air-conditioned supermarket. When you've spent a lifetime making people cry, it has a profound effect on your own mental health and well-being. It impedes on the positive energies that my chakra khans are trying their best to emit. You know what I mean? So, we're stood in Jimmy the Peanut's flat. It's me, my cousin Grant, Johnny Conkers, Carlos the Tomate, and of course, Jimmy the Peanut.
Again.
We gathered it. We stood in his flat.
Next to a mirror.
Stood in Jimmy the Peanut's flat, and he's there. He might not have been there. You never know. So we gathered there. It was a perfect place to monitor the comings and goings at the Stockpot. Stockpot was an old working men's club that many of us used to frequent. Full of characters, and in turn, full of character itself. There was some right dodgy goings-ons there, but nothing, it seems, as dodgy as what was occurring there now. The Onion Arty and that right slippery bastard, Ernesto, the ear kisser Tomate, were shacked up. They're hiding from us, plotting, manufacturing robots. Honestly, we've no idea what they were doing there. All we know is we need to get Ernesto so we can read him his final slice before sending him to the big compost heap in the sky. With many of us sat in deep thought about what we were going to be dealing with, the silence was then broken by the arrival of a car outside. Jumping up to the window, I see one of the GMOs step forward to the rear doors of a black Chrysler and open it. Holy fucking shit, boys. You're never going to guess who has just stepped out of this motor, I say, whilst gesturing that they should keep back. Steady, lads. We don't want them looking up and seeing a 30p Aldi fruit and veg bundle peering back at them. Well, who the fuck is it? It's Kanye West.
No way.
You gotta be kidding. You know me better than that. For me, it is not difficult to believe. Kanye goes back a long way with the Onion Arty. It is said that they made him the success that he is. The root vegetable, as you all know, has deep connections around the globe. recognized as one of the first domesticated vegetables. Your roots transcend continents as well as civilizations. We're not going to have to listen to that fucking wombat sing, are we? Or rap, or whatever the fuck it is he does. He is not here for a performance, Mr. Conkers. He is here for the sacrifices. Where's these sacrifices? There's Plum's gas in a boot. Before Jimmy has even closed his mouth, Carlos's face turns a deeper red than anyone in the room thought possible. He heads towards Jimmy and pulls a nutcracker from his inside jacket pocket. I am no Plum. Tomato, you slack-jawed moron. Clasping the nutcrackers around Jimmy the Peanut's head, he applies pressure, sprays the room with chunks of nuts in a scene that resembles an ice cream man sneezing into his tray of crushed nuts. What the fuck, man? Johnny Conkers whines in protest. Nobody calls me a plum, says Carlos, catching his breath. If you feel you have the authority to speak out against my actions, do so now. The room's deadly silent. Okay, so Kanye West is here, everyone. The silence continues. Shall we make a plan before anyone else puts a foot out of line? Grant grabs a dustpan and brush from the kitchen, and whilst we plan our method of attack, he sweeps up the remnants of Jimmy the Peanut's head into the bin. The plan is, under the cover of darkness, we distract the GMOs by setting off the car alarms around the corner, and then three of us run in the front, armed with peelers, mashers, ladles, and large, sharpened wooden spoons, and make a stew out of everyone and everything in there, including the deluded pop star Kanye West. To be continued.
Ooh. Sounds like a plan.
Sounds like there wasn't a plan. And now Kanye West is here.
Kanye slipping in.
A Kanye kick it, I call that one.
Kanye kick it.
Yeah.
You got.
Well, if anyone can sort the situation out, it's going to be Kanye.
He's just been bumped off. He's just been made stewed up, weren't he?
He's going to get stewed up.
He's going to get stewed up.
I've got a feeling he's going to get out of that, mate.
Yeah.
Who, Kanye?
Yeah.
It's
Sid
he's on,
Onion,
not our
he's on at
protagonist.
Latitude Festival at 3, is he? Oh, no, sorry. He'd be more of a, oh, yeah, I'm just going to Coachella, mate. Look, yeah, Coachella.
Fire Festival.
Oh, God, yeah. Remember that one?
Oh,
Burning
yeah.
Man.
Yeah, they were some absolute chances then, weren't
What
they?
was it? I mean, the
Ja Rule?
thousands and thousands
Is that
and
who it was?
thousands.
No, well, I don't know. Someone fun. There was some rapper that was.
I think it was Ja Rule.
Yeah, but I don't think he was like directly promoting it originally. It was some
Maybe just backed it.
other dude.
Yeah, I think it was a bit of a nobody, and he just basically said that it was going to be this ultimate VIP festival on a random island, and it tipped up and just nothing was there.
Yeah.
There was a few bits, but in reality there was nothing there.
Yeah, there's a storm had just
Did you
come
say-
through as well.
They
isn't
just invited Instagrammers, didn't they? Like influencers.
yeah, to promote it. Yeah.
I think that shows you the IQ of social media influencers. If you're listening, yes, I am referring to you.
Social media influencers aren't listening to this.
No.
Yeah. You know what the.
Well, maybe we should charge £25,000 a ticket to listen to it, and they might do it.
That's a fair shout, isn't it?
Yeah, well, they always get hold of hotels and stuff. I'm like, I'm a social media influencer, and I want to stay at your hotel for free.
I
They
know.
someone messaged that burger bar in Fleetwood, didn't they? And they were like, yeah, we're coming over to Blackpool and Fleetwood, and, we'd love to, come and check your thing out, and we'll put it across our channels, yada, yada. And they just went, yeah, you can do, but you're fucking paying for your food.
Yeah. There's some girl who was on Love Island a few years back called Molly or something, and she's like become big on social media and all this, and she was doing these competitions, and she was putting like 20 Louis Vuitton bags up and being like, oh, win this competition by doing X, Y and Z, and she did loads of these competitions, and an article busted the other month or last year basically saying that she completely rigged it, and anyone who ever won was one of her mates.
Last year.
Probably last year, but yeah. But basically, she just rigged every single one of these competitions. So if you're idolising these people on social media, that's what you sort of get, unfortunately.
get off social media.
Yeah, stop
Unless
using
you're on
it.
it,
It's
then
dissolving
share
your
our
brain.
podcast.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Definitely.
Get off it unless you like liking items.
Yeah.
Yeah, stay on social media, but delete everything off it
Yeah,
apart
that's
from
it.
the Middle Isle
Create
podcast.
Our whole mission is to just have the Middle Isles the only subject matter on social media.
That's a mate who did the Cheshire police van with the Middle Isle sticker.
Oh yeah.
So he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna reactivate my Facebook, mate." Whoa, don't reactivate your Facebook on our behalf. Just go on Instagram, mate, and just like the items that you like best.
Yeah.
Yep. Whoop. Yep. What was that? Whoop.
Yep, there's a yep.
Yep.
Can I get it? Oh yeah. Don't you know? Pump. I'm just going through virtual DJ samples.
This is social media summed up in a sound effect.
Yep.
That's it.
That's the sound of Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's his mating call.
Shedding his skin. Sound of Zuckerberg shedding his skin. The thing is, right, when he did that trial in front of the courts, that motherfucker had a piece of tape over his webcam. What does he know that we don't?
No, we do know what he knows, which is that the governments are watching everything that we're doing. Yeah.
Shout out NSA Massive.
Yeah.
Big up Boris Johnson. Glad you tuned in again through MI5 or however it is you do it.
You're sniffling jealous.
Wiffle waffle. What are the Middle Isle podcast boys been up to this week? Wiffle waffle waffle.
Yeah.
Do you reckon at Eton, you get jowl lessons?
Yeah.
It's just to make you more jowly.
What was
They bring in a bloodhound and
They just shake
he
its
leaves-
face.
yeah, and he leaves-
All right, you need to sound like this.
You jowly insurance hound. Churchill.com.
Yeah.
That was
Did it
Moonpig,
not
wasn't
come out that one of the initiation processes into the Bullingdon Club, which pretty much every Prime Minister's been in, was to burn a £50 note in front of a homeless person? That was one of the...
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's nice, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, and then second to that, so it's burning in the morning, shoving your Roger in a fucking pig skull in the afternoon.
Big shout to Dave.
So what? Just burn a £50 note in front of him. What? Just point and laugh and go, "You'll never have one of these."
Pretty much.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
That sums
I
it
don't,
up.
Great.
I don't know how I expect anything more from the elite. But
No, I don't.
No.
But still, that's just deliberately like callous on a level that most people, I think, would go, "What the hell?"
Yeah, that's why they did it.
It's just like being a teenager for the rest of your life, innit? One-upsmanship. Do you know what I mean? Just constantly just being a fucking cock whistle.
Yeah. Maybe you get someone who like, I've got a government bond here that's worth like 10 grand. I'm going to burn that in front of a homeless person as well.
Boris Johnson with other members of the Bullingdon Club, an exclusive private dining club at Oxford University. Members were famous.
Sorry, Eton.
Members were famous for burning money in front of homeless people and vandalising local bars and restaurants.
Famous. They were famous for it.
Well,
Yeah.
Josh, I think you should have a look at what you've just said. Get out. You know,
Yeah.
like just what's gone on in Parliament. Call out lies. You're not allowed to do that. Get out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck's sake.
I saw a
Josh
good
Hudson's
quote
short.
yesterday, and it was something about living a fucking happy life is
Hard.
it's kind of
Waste of time.
just against.
Impossible.
Yeah, in times of universal deceit, telling the truth is a revolutionary act. George Orwell.
In a world that profits from your suffering, living a happy life is a radical act.
Like that. Yeah.
No,
Decent,
I like
yeah.
that.
Yeah, it's good, man.
It had a anarchist A as well, which I thought you'd like, Josh.
Yeah. Why? Oh, yeah,
in
definitely.
your KFC outfit.
Oy, I love it. I'll sell myself to capitalism, just like every other one of you fuckers. Yeah, cut that. Yeah, maybe don't put that out. Anyway, yeah.
Big shouts to capitalism.
Do put that out.
Big shouts to Marxism, Howard Marxism.
Howard Marx
Howard
is
Marx.
I'll be
that's a type we
supportive of
like.
that.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I've seen Howard Marks live, right? And he walked out on stage, and he was with the Howard Marks Blues Band, which was pretty cool. He was at Beat Herder one year, and anyway, it was either Beat Herder or Kendall called him. But anyway, he came out on stage, and halfway through the thing, he went, "You know, I need to tell you that, you know, going to prison does change your life. You know, I went to prison for smuggling, and it did change my life. And how it changed it was it made me realise that after leaving prison, I was going to smuggle the largest amount of cannabis the UK had ever seen
up my own arse. Yeah.
Yeah, what a joke them laws are.
Yeah.
Imagine the people in America now, because obviously they've had the very harsh drug laws for people with weed.
Yeah.
Like doing 20 years or some stuff. And imagine you're still in prison.
I know, yeah.
While everyone else is buying it legally.
I think we should just put state-functioned tannoys out and just play REM "Everybody Hurts" for the rest of.
You've never tuned into Radio Wave. That's what Radio Wave. Was. Go, what's that? Oh, Losing My Religion's on. It must be 3 PM. Yeah. Fucking.
Yeah, they always have like the no repeat work day, but it's the repeat of the previous work day.
I'll tell you what was pretty good when Radio Wave. I mean, they're not there about anymore, are they? Unfortunately, it was a bit of a shame.
Unfortunately,
to have a local radio station, it's a good thing within society. It is, and now we don't have one.
Not.
It is. It's a brilliant thing, and they did a lot of good community projects. Radio Wave, so I'll shout for them. I'm gonna
hashtag you with cancel culture on fucking Twitter or something.
What do you mean?
Radio Wave was a good thing.
Radio Wave did a lot of community work for Blackpool, mate, and I think that was a good thing. I really do, and I think local radio is something that's good. That's why Foul Coast FM's doing really well as well. I think local radio is brilliant. Now we've got a radio station that goes out into 600 different locations across the UK. No localised information, and yeah, I think it's a good thing, mate.
Who the fuck's listening to FM radio? That's what I want to know.
People who don't have illegal tablets in the car.
I've not got any ecstasies.
No, I meant like you can watch TV and you can your motor. Yeah, anyway. But I forgot my initial point now. I was going to say that thing they used to do where you could bid on items and the lowest bid won. Do you remember that?
I thought you fucking lost me now. What?
So Radio Wave used to do this thing where local businesses would donate stuff into a raffle and they'd do a bid and you could bid on how much you thought it was going to be. But obviously the starting bid was zero. So you could get like £200 gifts for like 13 quid if you were the only person that bidded on it.
So the lowest bid won?
I don't think the lowest bid won, but the thing
unique
people,
bid. Is that what it was?
Yeah, so it was called something or other, but yeah, they used to do it once a year. It was decent.
How did we get onto? I can't remember how we got onto this. What led us into this?
The slandering of public services.
REM. It was REM.
Yeah.
REM losing my local radio station. That's me in the corner.
Fucking Michael Stripe. Oh Christ, on a fucking unicycle.
He did ride a unicycle, actually.
Christ.
If you go through the biblical text...
It was a communicycle.
Holy communicycle. You know what? I would go to church if they're all on unicycles, doing a bit of juggling and that. Just juggling crosses.
Balance your morality.
Right, let's fucking end it. That's fucking done and dusted, that. Thanks for listening. It's a goodbye from me. It's a goodbye from Al.
Goodbye.
It's a goodbye from Tom.
Goodbye.
It's a goodbye from Josh.
See you later.